I can say to the man's lady friend, look, I had a fight with the shark. Don't worry, the shark came off worse off. You can say it's like look and really that look. It'll be them. It's like I'm it'll be them afternoon. I hate that sort of stuff. I'm not. But you know, once you get those on the other film, even if I went to Amsterdam, I wouldn't even do it in Amsterdam or anything like that. Or not. I'm trying to help you, Sandra. I'm back. I'm trying to take you in a different direction. Come on. Why can't you find me a date, man? That's fucking hard work. There's more girls that look in. There's more girls that come in your chat. What is in your chat? And not many girls want to listen to us talk shit all night, though. Literally, there's some more girls' channels. Like,
What's happening, my mates? Nearly didn't do it there, mate.
Some fancy crutches. See, I'm gonna get some like.
Coming from work, finished work 3:30. Had a few things to do.
Sit on the city and drive. I am gonna invest.
Ordered the Chinese at 5 o'clock. Sat waiting for it in the car, just feeling like, whoa, felt rough. Anyway, come straight in the house. My Chinese down, haven't even opened it. I had to lay down on the bed, just woke up 10 to 7. Still in my work gear there. Feels like with Jim Smith in the background there.
Yeah, on Mondays at 4 o'clock. There's a bloke and a woman.
He only ever goes live when I go live out, Jim. What's happening, Pez, you absolute batty fish? I was listening to a live earlier on Pez with you one. Oh, I'll tell you who it was. What was it? It was that weirdo Joey Bobo. Joey Bobo. And you know what he did? You know what he was doing? It was only on for about half an hour, yeah, but I think it was from early on today or yesterday. And right at the start, he was sharing his screen, and it was Flavors. It was Flavors when he uses the Joseph Glover account. So that's his mate in it. He's used that a few times when he used it when he's had channels took down. It's not his. It's I believe that Joseph Glover's his friend or so, one of his mates in it. All right, Slim. And I couldn't quite grasp what was going on there, but he was sharing it, and he was having a go at Flavors, saying, "Why is he calling me Joseph Glover or something?" So Flavors had some beat, as you might know a bit more, mate. But yeah, he's weird. I've, you know what? Why did I watch him the other week? I don't even know what got me on. Somebody must have mentioned something that happened on his channel, that Joey Bobo. And I went and had a look. Mate, he had some strange people on that panel. Like. But the screen he was sharing, the live he was sharing today was Flavors, Incognito. And I think Incognito was arguing with you, Pez, on the panel. Don't you worry about that kid. Don't you worry about that kid. Pez, I will be putting the link out shortly, mate, because I've just woke up. So I've just got Jim Smith on in the background. And I've just got to go and get some ice for my drink. And I'll let you on. Pez, mate, no worries. Like I say, basically, I woke up 10 minutes ago, so probably just be a few of us tonight anyway. Fucking Jim Smith keeps going live every time I put a live up. Jim Smith goes live. He's had a few good panels there, so fair play to him, right? Fair play. Saying that, he's got Dan Riley on, and you know what I mean. He's a hard listener, Dan. Like, he disappeared, didn't he, for a while? Big in hospital for something. God knows what. Getting his neck stretched or something. Oh, my little finger. Been singing that all day, haven't I? My little finger. Randy. Yeah, Randy, I've been singing My Little Finger all day, man. Never even heard of him before me. I knew you lot would have, because when I seen the video, the 3.9 million views or something, so obviously, you know, I'm living under a rock, aren't I? Don't you do that? Yeah, I've never seen you saying that, Mick. We don't see you making a lot of. You only see him in the good people's lives. He goes in nutters on them all. Jim's all right. Oh, Jim. Gets a bit repetitive at times, like, you know what I mean? Ooh, I'll have to wait till I've had the eye bath out there. Oh, I can see it. You little bastard, yeah. You little bugger. I'll let you off with that one, like, because do deserve that, like. I haven't even seen The Excuse. I haven't seen. You know what? I don't even think. I think I've seen one of the goals. I left the game on in the background, but all I kept seeing was like 2-0, 3-0. I never seen any of the goals, and I definitely haven't seen any of the interviews or the excuses. But it was a shit team, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Chris? You know what I mean, Dutchy? Oh, Monk, I've been laughing at Jimmy Two Sticks, like, what the fuck, Jimmy Two Sticks? Okay, now, man. Okay, Jimmy Two Sticks. Look at the state of me, man. I've literally just woke up. Yeah, Jimmy Two Sticks is I think he's dead now, isn't he? He's dead now, isn't he, Monk? One of Monk's mates, from the town who Monk used to go drinking with and that, sitting in the park benches and whatever. Monk's mate, Jimmy Two Sticks, big respect. Steve, what's happening? Steve still on holiday, Steve? The old reef. You're in the reef, aren't you? You might bump into Davey, Davey, the big time dealer who comes in here. What's he called? Davey. He's always arguing with Boss Dog. Oh, my little finger. That's the only words I know. And they also know, no, I don't know. Emotional roller coaster. She put me through the ringer. Yeah, I bet Monk can sing that. Monk, have you heard of them? Sleeping Giants. My Little Finger. You just see Monk, because Jaggy Thistle plays the guitar. Jaggy Thistle is definitely the guitar player out of Sleeping Giants. Is he still out there, Steve, or what? Steve be sat there on the beach, won't he, with his napkin on the head. Him and Nostog. I said to Nostog said, I'm going to Lanzarote. I said, make sure you take plenty of napkins, yeah? And he sent me a message back saying, "What the fuck you on about napkins?" Didn't know what I meant, you know. Oh, like old gadgets with bald heads that put napkins on their heads, don't they, and they curl the corners. Steve knows what I'm on about. Pez knows what I'm on about. Bulk definitely does. Phil's taken over Randy's job now, isn't he? Randy. Davy Williams lives in the Reef, like, so he probably bumped into him, you know what I'm saying? I know. Well, at least a few year old, isn't it? But apparently I'm getting told they wrote it, and the I just thought it was two gadgets. Yeah, when I seen the video, it just popped up. Yeah, of my like recommended, and obviously the fella's just there, isn't he, with with a bottle of Bucky, and then Jaggy's on the guitar, isn't he? And he just starts strumming away, and I thought it was just a piss take. I thought it was piss take, but then when I looked how many views it had, sorry if I'm missing the chat. I'm still looking still a bit blurry eyed, like I need to wake up. Aldi's in the house. He talks to I always get this wrong, right? Sea lions. I say mammals, but I don't think the mammals are there. Oh, or are they? Question for 1 point. What type of animals are sea lions? I'm going for mammals because they can live on land as well, can't they? I think I was listening properly to Al's show the other week. He did say how long they spend on land. But you know what's weird about them? And Al will confirm this. Sea lions, when they're out of the water, and they start drying off, right, they go white. Is that right, Al? They're white, aren't they? You only go dark when they're down in the water. Right. Yeah, Steve, have you not been in the last few quizzes and seen Randy? We've had Randy up the wall, mate. I've had Randy up the wall and round the garden path. Absolutely losing his shit. Just over a simple question. You know what? I've told you if you were in here at the start, I've literally been awake 10 minutes, right? I need to go downstairs. I need to get some ice. I've got some of these, man. Check these bad boys up. That's what all the men are drinking these days, like. It's a proper man's drink, that. Steve'll be drinking all them pina coladas and that on the beach. I thought Jim Smith didn't like Dan Riley. I thought he hated Dan Riley. I remember. Wasn't even that long ago, yeah. Jim was on my panel and he said, "Oh, get Dan Riley on." Everyone knows I don't like Dan, yeah. I don't like Dan. But Jim was saying, get him on, get him on. So I got him on and Jim just like absolutely tortured him to the point where Dan, I had to kick, well, I did kick Dan, but he was going to go anyway because he said Jim was unbearable, like the shit he was giving him. Has he got a boss now? You've got to have a few cocktails and all day, like Steve. If you're all inclusive, you just go crazy with the cocktails and that, don't you? Like, I know Phil. Phil likes Malibu. No, Malibu. Likes a Malibu Coke. Phil, that's what he drinks when he goes out. Randy likes sherry. They're all weirdos, man. You know, what is it? Bristol Cream or QC, I think he drinks, Randy. I think there's only Aldi who's a proper gadget, really, who drinks like beer, you know what I mean? Has he got a boss, like? Is that a point if you can guess Jim Smith's boss? Slim, I think he's got Davy Williams' number. Been up at Davy's hillside retreat. So where Davy's got a little grow. Davy's got a little grow on, and when anyone off YouTube goes to the reef, we go and see Davy. Oh, he's Mick. Honestly, people let him on the panel because, I mean, Jim's had an easy few nights, and his last live, Jim's last live, I think, was the longest Jim's ever been silent. He never said anything on his own live for about 45 minutes because he couldn't get a word in. And I think he was live last night, wasn't he, about 12 o'clock. And then he's live tonight. He's telling me he only drinks a few days a week. So I haven't even got my glasses on yet. Exactly. How have you done that? He has done that as well, you know. He's done all that. Phil's done all that, and then he's like told the other half that there's loads of like really good things to see, and it just happens to be like some really good cafes there. You know what I mean? Whoa, look at this! Didn't know this cafe was here. I'll just pop in here. Oh, you're back home now. Can anyone hear this in the background? Like, I've got Jim on in the background here. Did anyone hear Moto? Where was it? I've got a clip of Moto farting on a live, but it's not just a fart like it. It's like you've never heard a fart like it. I think it was last night. Must have been on Jim's live last night, I think, where it was about 5 people on the panel, about 100 people in his chat. And all you hear is Moto, hold on a minute, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And then just let's rip. But it went on for about fucking 40 seconds, like. Just when you thought it was finished, it was a bit more. Honestly, man. Oh, was that Bluebells, was it? And he was claiming it. Imagine living with Moto, like. You gotta see, I remember, right? I remember watching who remembers? Yeah, who remembers? I need to put my glasses on here. I can't see a thing. Should have these should have them in a case, really. Like they're just shot in the drawer and they'll end up damaging them, won't it? Who remembers? Embarrassing Bodies. That show, Embarrassing Bodies, on Channel 4. With that big, tall, blonde bloke. And what they did, they rocked up in cities and that, and they rocked up in like a big Winnebago thing. And it was like most embarrassing bodies or something. People who had like weird things wrong with them would go in and they'd film them and put them on telly. Can anyone remember it? I think, you know what? I thought jelly breath, is that an embarrassing illness, like jelly breath? That's what I thought there. So Phil's got jelly breath, but he has been making some bad. His edibles must be good or whatever he's smoking, because if you notice, he's been making some bad spelling errors, like Phil. He hasn't even been correcting them either. You know, if you make a little error in your comment, it spoils it, doesn't it? Usually Phil will correct it. You know, the moment's lost and it's not funny anymore. But he's even stopped doing that now. Like, he even stopped doing that. Exactly. Yo, yeah. Yeah, so who remembers Embarrassing Bodies? We've all watched it, man. We've all like, I bet there's a few people in here who like actually wrote into the show, you know, or rang up and said, look, I haven't told any of my mates, but I've got like Icy's definitely rang up, and he said, look, I've got this problem. I'm really shit at drawing. I can't stop drawing shit things. It is. Isn't it, man? Phil's got jelly breath, man. What type of jelly, though? It's like petroleum jelly. Petroleum jelly breath there. We all know what petroleum jelly is, don't we? What's happening, AC? Are you working on a masterpiece or what? Or have you just been watching films all day, bro? Howl ahead, what's happening? I had something to ask Howl ahead and I've totally forgot, as I usually do. What was I going to ask Howl ahead? Can anyone, 1 point, if you can, 1 point, if you can all tell me what I was going to ask Howl ahead and what I forgot. We've all got a little, well, not me. Sorry, not me, but I'd say 90% of the gadgets near of can all, within 30 seconds, get hold of a pot of petroleum jelly for one reason or another. Madam Web. Get your, because obviously Icy is a paid member now, he is a member for 3 months. Respect there, which entitles everyone in the chat to ask him for, what do you call it when you ask somebody to do something for you? Like if you want him to do a draw at my brain's totally not working. There's a name for that, Phil. Phil, there's a name for that, mate. It's called spiking. I've heard of that, the killer. I have heard of that, the killer. Thanks, Randy, mate. I knew I can rely on you. Phil's 2 stone now. Like he did jump in with the Davy Williams show early on, but obviously it's back to Randy now. Reliable Randy. Whatever you do, don't mention Don Wevy, yeah? No Don Wevy. He ain't heavy. He's my Wevy. He ain't heavy. He's my Wevy. It's Wevy's because what is it with Phil? He can't. Randy can't pronounce his R's. He's like Jonathan Boss. No, Jonathan Boss. He's like, he can't pronounce his R's, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Randy did he? Look at this. Look at this. This is like, this is what I'm talking about, right? This is Randy. Randy Diddy type of things he gets up to. This is what's wrote on his calendar. You know, we all write like doctors or hospital appointment. Randy writes things like that. 50th anniversary of Don Wevy and Brian Clough interview this week. Absolute weirdo, man. Absolute weirdo. Who's mic is knackered on Jim's panel there? It sounds like it was doing it the other night. I think it's Dan Wiley, isn't it? Dan Wiley. It sounds like they're underwater or something. That's it. Is that a real one though, Howard, or is that one that Randy made up? You know what I mean? Have a bevy for Big Don Wevy. Now look who's here. Bobby's here. Get up here. I'm still alive, Bob. I'm still alive. Bob thought I was dead. I heard him say on a panel the other day. Still here, Bob. We're still here, mate. Although sometimes you would think I was dead. Some of my lives, like some of the people I get in. You know what, right? Let's have a quick word about this league, yeah. I think I'm aware that you can, if you wanted to, you could change your whole team. Yeah, it's going to cost you points. I think it was 4 points for every player you want. You might get 1 free swap, but you can change your team every week, basically. I don't think you should be able to do that. I think it sort of not defeats the object. Maybe one change, or in the transfer window, like a proper manager. I'm only saying that because I'm bottom. I'm right near the bottom. You know what I mean? Same with a lot of people, mate. In here. I'm absolutely spitting feathers here. I need to spitting feathers. I've got 2 strawberry Daiquiris here that I haven't even opened yet. Haven't had a shower, haven't had a shave, and I've just woke up. Who was I watching today? Someone I was listening to today who was arguing there. You know this Baz bloke, Big Baz, yeah, whatever he's called, Big Baz, who's supposed to have murdered someone, right? I don't know if I'm getting him mixed up, but I'm pretty sure, right, that he's only been on the scene. I think he jumped on, I think it was either Exposing Fighters, right, or Beezy. And I think Zara B was on the panel and she was getting some shit, but he didn't know Zara B was. He didn't know that, like, she'd sort of handle herself. And he jumped on and started giving someone grief on the panel, being a proper man. Like, I'm a man, Zara, I've got to look after you. And it was Barry from Scotland. It just rang a bell today, and I thought, I bet it's the same Barry. Now look at him. He's absolutely, like, you can't get him off, can you? I also noticed on that league, Slim, there was someone at the bottom, right, got 86 points last week, but they've only got 71 points overall in the league. So I'm guessing, that's it. That's it. So thanks to him, I'm not bottom, or I would be bottom, wouldn't I? I'd probably be bottom, me. Like, how could you like possibly eat fish when you just stinking of fish all day? He's working with fish all day, right? And then he goes and like deals with mammals and that. Stinks of mackerel. He'll never get the smell of mackerel out of his Crocs or all his clothes, you know what I mean? No matter what he does. As it must have just been a coincidence, that then. You can't get away with that microphone on there. Nobody's saying anything on Jim's paddle there, Dan Riley's mic. Just go brub, 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 brub. I can't see what's Phil's avatar there, by the way. I thought it was Teddy Tackle there. Without my glasses on. And it's absolutely nothing like Terry Tackle, is it? Anchorman. Looks like one of Ice Chain's drawings, that. Enjoy your tea there, Al, mate. Enjoy your tea there. Well, yeah, I know, yeah. But they're not fish, though, are they? So I know what you mean, though, Slim. I sort of know what you mean there. I mean, could understand if you if you worked looking after fish, maybe then you wouldn't eat fish. You know what I'm saying? Who's saying that? Who's saying all my mods are gay? Because absolutely right. Tell you what, some clever people in here, like. Oh, for my middle finger, she put me through the ringer. Oh yeah, I've got something else. I've got something else to discuss as well. When I've been and got this ice, I might even do. I don't think anyone's ever done it before. Is actually buy YouTube Premium on a live stream. What do you think about that one? Think about that content, bro. Why is Buggies streaming Jim's live on his channel? Open panel. Tim Smith doing the open panels. What? Oh, he's live now. Tim's live now. Music live. What? Danny G playing golf in his garden. Look, live as we speak. Danny G playing golf in his front garden, man. What is his neighbours thinking? I'm gonna have to have a listen to Danny E. Like I wouldn't just seen that he's live there. Let's hear what he said.
Didn't you do videos of that on your golf channel?
I've never done videos. Now, you've got to remember that when you're, I know a mistake that lots of people make, yeah, that makes you swing over the top. What makes you swing over the top is usually you stood too far away, so your arms are out here rather than here, yeah? Right? Well, that's a mistake. But also from here, if you break your wrist, see what I did? Right, look, watch. I break my wrists. Open my wrists. Open my wrists. Open my wrists. Open my wrists. If you do that, what happens is you'll come here and you'll be right round it here. Now you can't get back on swing plane. The fucking ball's here. So if you break your wrists here from here, you can't, there's no way to get it back on swing plane. Your brain knows that. You don't. Your brain does. So what you do is you'll come here, and then you'll come here, and to get back on swing plane, you'll do this. And you'll come over the top and swing through on that angle.
Get your handicap up with Danny G.
Usually, look head open. Once you open it, it's very hard, especially in amateur, to get your wrist back in position. So, if you are close to the ball, you're still swinging over the top. It's that first bit of the move. It's that bit that you are struggling.
Get your handicap up with Danny G.
Is, see how my wrists are neutral. Now, when I swing back, yeah, that club, see how that club
Oh, Randy's off and he's off.
It's not here. It's here. It's not here. It's here. It's not there. It's here. Right? Just keep checking it. Swing back. Check it. Swing back. Check it. If you do this, no. Swing back. Check it. Swing back. check it.
Check it.
Back, check it.
Check it.
Back,
Check it.
That's your first checkpoint.
Through
Now,
that.
if you're
Check
swinging
it.
here and it comes here
Through
like
that.
this,
Check it.
you're not swinging over the top. If you're slicing, swing out to it. Right, so if you just do that, and you look at the club and it's like that and it's not like that, you're not coming over the top. Right, what you're doing is rather than swinging here, yeah, look at where the club is. Right, rather than swinging like that, here, right, what you're doing is you're going here. That's swinging out to it. And the difference in the swing is a normal swing, like that. Normal out to it swing. And again,
He's absolutely brilliant, right? He's brilliant.
now when you come across a golf ball,
Until you put a golf ball down,
come across
then it all goes wrong. But
Yeah.
the thing with Danny is, right? The thing with Danny, have you seen the courses that he's playing? You can't even call them courses. They're 9-holers, right? And he's like, well, this is the hardest course in Birmingham. It's well known as the hardest course in Birmingham. And no one dare, you can't say anything in his chat. You're not allowed to say, no, it isn't, Danny, because he'd be like, well, it's one of the hardest. It's known as one of the hardest. It's a 9-hole, basically a pitch and putt. That's what it is. You can go and like, he's mentioned one of them before, right? And like, when must have had too much time on my hands, yeah. I googled this golf course where he said he was playing, right? Because he kept saying this holds 400-yard par 4, and I thought there's not a lot of golf courses, even good ones, where there's 400-yard par 4s, yeah. Not where Danny plays. So when I actually looked on the scorecard, right, and he was just lying about every single hole. Just lying about every single hole. Like, he was saying, oh, I've just hit the ball 360 yards. I've got 40 yards left. I've just hit my 9-iron 360 yards. And it's right down the middle. I've got 40 yards left on a 400-yard par 4. So I had a little look on the hole. And it's like nowhere near. It's like 300 yards. I don't know. Probably, mate. Probably. Is that where Levi's are made? This is what I've had on for work today. I wear Levi's stuff for work and that. That's what I mean, mate. And then like he's putting in that he did only say, we're not going to bang on about Danny yet, but these words did come out of his mouth like only about a week ago. Last time he played golf, he was having a bit. He'd done a few 3-putts, yeah. Done a few 3-putters, and his words. Anyone that watches my golf channel knows I do not 3-putt. I just don't. My putting is what was it? Very close to a pro. My putting's pro standard. That was it, pro standard. The thing is, you can't go in. You're not allowed to go in his chat and take the piss out of him on his golf channel. Like Tony's Flip Flops, just one of my favourite channels at the minute. Like Tony's Flip Flops, he just rips him. It is like. Oh, is he getting the private? Is he getting the Learjet out like Phil? He's going on Concorde. Concorde's coming out of retirement for Phil. That mic's still going dodgy as well. Can't listen to that, surely. I must go and get some ice, right? Or I'm going to die of thirst, so I'm going to leave this song while I go. Should be enough time. This is Randy's favourite bit. Bouncing about in his wicker chair. Caravan song. I haven't heard it yet, but I will, because I think it's on there. Obviously, you won't get me. I don't know any of the words to the Caravan song, so I won't be able to. There won't be any singing along or anything on my behalf, right? Oh, big shout out to Armchair Arthur, who's back. Did anyone see Armchair Arthur's new little vid? Big respect to Armchair Arthur. I know he does watch, like, you know, back in the day when like this channel was good, and I used to get good people in the chat and that. We used to get good people like Armchair Arthur. Now we've got like Randy Diddy and Steve McGeary and Phil. No, we'll get back there one day. So Arthur, if you're out there, mate, come and save us. What were you saying there, Phil? Caravan song, mate. Let's have a look. The Caravan song. No, I haven't heard this before, so I don't know. It's only 2 minutes long, like.
You should see my caravan, I park it in the glen. It's so trip advisor, don't attend it again.
Caravan. That's Phil's favourite bit.
Just me, go with the season, my caravan. Oh, I got it, I got it, get away, hey, bro. And they walk like this, and they walk like this, and oh, I feel and they walk like this, like this, and oh, I and then the caravan, going for that level. Somebody fucking born to be sorrow.
What's the dance to this one like, Phil?
I'm in the caravan, getting advice, cause I'm in the bike and I'm cutting carrots, they go fucking addicts. Don't forget,
My caravan.
I've been in the caravan with a sense of mindset. I want you to fucking tell it, making Jackson and Janet
Like he's in the shop as he goes along. I'll be all right when the strawberry Bacardi kicks in, like. I really want to play some Thin Lizzy for Randy, but I'll get copywritten. I'll get whatever you call it, copywritten, won't I? Phil will be off now because Big Up Shady's on. You know, you'll often see Phil in Big Up Shady's chat there. I know Randy's definitely subbed. A big Phil will be in Tim Smith's as well, probably. Ghost in there. Ghosting. My caravan. Who's going to come on and save the show? You know what I'm saying? Someone's got to come on and save the show, man. If not, it's going to be, oh, Dan Raddy's gone now. Got Jim Smith, Moto. My caravan. I'm going to be saying that all day now. In my caravan. You know, I always say that. People always say that to me, you know, when they've been on the panel, thanks for letting me on, Mo. And I'm like, fucking right. I think I'll just let anyone on. Oh, Jim's actually addressing the crackle. He's addressing the microphone problem. I'm thinking I might put my stripy t-shirt on, Phil. What do you reckon? Should I put my stripy t-shirt on, Phil, or what? Where's Gavin B anyway? Where's Gav? Girly Gav, gay girly Gav. Well, they don't I don't think anyone does I don't get any thanks off anyone, you know what I mean? That's it. Give you a look of it, right? Anyone who suffers from epilepsy or just look away now anyway. If just look away. Oh, it's Levi's as well. Levi. Oh yeah. I didn't realise there, Phil. It looks like I've got a wardrobe full of Levi's now, doesn't it? It's like anyone who missed that live, I did say if anyone can guess where this t-shirt was made, I will put it on for the rest of the live. So Phil broke his neck to find out where Levi's t-shirts are made and stuck it in the chat with about I'll give you 2 minutes or a minute. Phil got in with Bangladesh with 10 seconds to go, so I had to wear it. Look. Can you see? Made in Bangladesh. I think Phil knew it anyway because he's got a wardrobe full of them. I think he only buys Levi's. I know he likes his 501s. Phil and Tunesy rocking the 501s. Can't believe them. I can't believe they had Tunesy's like Stiff and Flower and that, and then smacked him. Got him wrecked. Chinned him. Made him sniff flour. And then demanded that he apologises. Apologises for getting chinned. Tunes, just apologise for getting chinned and sniffing flour, and we'll forget about it. You couldn't write it, man. You could write it. Icy, can you do a Popeye drawing for Randy? Or anything with Thin Lizzy in? You didn't show his face, but if you've seen Terry Tackle, you know Andrew Goyne. Looked a bit like Andrew Goyne. And Put him in a Thin Lizzy t-shirt if you can, mate. That'll be much appreciated. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna Randy, I'm not gonna show you and your boyfriend tonight, mate, and in the white cardigans. I think everyone's seen enough of that, right? What's happened to one of was one of Thingy's dogs died, like one of Moto's dogs. I know he had a few puppies, didn't he? What do you reckon? One in the chat for yes, 2 in the chat for no. How many likes have I got? How many likes have I got? We'll do a deal. You're only allowed to vote once, Phil. Seven likes. That's brutal. 8. Get the likes up a bit more and we'll go for it. I will have to mute up though, like, because I challenge anyone to anyone, even the hardest, even people with asbestos lungs, yeah, to have a few talks of that three blasts and not cough. If you have 3 blasts of that and you don't cough, you're the hardest man I know. Here we go. Can't get any worse. I never really did. The only reason proper man's cough now. The only reason I smoke weed or whenever I've been stoned is when my son used to live with us. He's just like talks it like cigarettes, man. Moto's just farting again there. No, definitely not, mate. Look at Bostog, the ghoster, he comes in to rip us. Palmo boy. Proper man talk, that one, eh? Who remembers that live where me and Bostog just got stoned? Well, I did. Bostog just know what he's like, man. Just Just sparked a big zooter up myself. What's that like, Stevie? Lemon. Get on the lemon. Dan's on about getting his ass pierced. How'd you get your ass pierced? Boss Dog, I bet you've been in Danny's live there. I don't know whether it was on his golf channel, but he's just had a he's probably still live now from his front garden with his golf, giving us a golf lesson. Golf by Danny G. Big up Nelly. Big up the Scousers. Oh, the big news, man. The big news. The big news just dropped last night. Emma and Anton have split up. Emma and Anton, no more. I think it's official. What do you think about that? Two people who have both been on this panel. Emma's been on quite a few times back in the early days. I think Anton's been on a couple of times. I mean, I stayed out of all that. I stayed out of I stay out of a lot of shit. I don't know. It'll be interesting because I've seen Emma. Emma was trying to talk the motors, proper letting rip. I think he's actually getting hold of his phone and putting it to his ass. He's saying, hang on. Hasn't he subbed you yet, boss? That's out of order. See, that's what I mean, Boss Dog. I mean, you were straight. You were probably his best follower at the minute. Like, you're always in all of his chats. You're usually the first one in, no matter what time, and he hasn't got the decency to come in and, like, just drop you a little message. Oh, it's definitely a few. He's definitely done a few shots, or there's going to be a shot, isn't there? Bizarre. 1,946 on the Palmo. Told you, man, you are that cooking guy. You are Wales's answer to the cooking guy. Yeah, bargain of the day, right? Have you had them? Has anyone had them? Fruit punch, yeah. Fruit punch. How much do you reckon? One of them. Fruit punch. I love a bit of. I love it when the chat like react to, you know, for the, you know, like when what you call the interaction. That's what I love about it. The people need the interaction. Quickest reaction of the night was when I offered to have a puff of that off Phil Graham. 0.3 seconds, 0.37, 0.3 second reaction time for me to start puffing on that. Is that really how bad it is? Thank you, Slim. 39 pence. 39 pence, mate. Well, let's face it, Nelly. He hasn't got much else to do, has he? You know what I mean? The amount of time he's got when he's not training, yeah? When he's not training or shaving or doing his weights. What else is he doing? What else is he doing? He's cooking. Right, if I cooked as much, if I had the time, boss dog, I'd have a Michelin star by now. Oh, my middle finger. She put me through the ringer. In a bit, Nelly, mate. In a bit. Thanks for coming in, mate. I only just realised it wasn't even that long ago who Nelly is, yeah? Like, I don't know, I just didn't have a clue, really. It just shows you, like, the notice I take in it. But Nelly's a bit of an OG, like, been about as long as, like, she's older than PP in YouTube years. I think she's probably older than PP. If I was you, Howler, tell you what I would do, mate. Because there isn't one person on here, right, who could do good impressions, yeah. Everyone loves a good impression, don't they? You know what I mean? Yeah. Well, can I just have a request? Can I have a request, Jim? Please. Oh, you're all just talking over each other. Yes. Just 2 bottles of Chardonnay. Jim, can you play the Spitting Image song, Jim, please? Oh. So what it is, Howler? I think you should do something with your impressions, yeah, like. That's how good I am. End of. Here she is. Oh, here she is, the bitch. Lou Don, the bitch. End of. He needs to go to the doctor's motor with that. He's got a problem there, man. What's happening, brother? What's happening? Jenny Talbot. Pick up the Fred Talbot. Yeah, mate, if you can, well, I know you can. I know that Howler had, because he did it the other week. And I'm surprised that hasn't been clipped, Howler. He got away with that. Like Howler the Clipper should have been clipped on his live because of when he jumped on, I think it was Tunes or Julian's, done the best narrative destroyer like impersonation. But yeah, mate, there's nobody on here doing impressions. Imagine what you could do if you were good at edit and you could do the voices as well, mate. I would be putting a few videos out a week, you know. Right, I've got a new guy, haven't I? I've got a new guy, like doing a little bit of editing, you know. He's just new on the scene, like, but he's sending me his stuff. It's giving us the exclusive rights, you know what I mean? It's a mystery editor. Easy, yeah, but what's happening? So Fred Talbot will be sat having his. He'll be sat in his. What will he have on? He'll have his Crocs on, probably white socks, nice pair of chino shorts there, and a wife beater, an Oasis white beater maybe. It'll definitely be blue and white anyway. He'll be sat there opposite the mother-in-law, having a nice lasagna or something like that. Or when you go on holiday, you have like squid and stuff, don't you? You know, when you go on holiday, like, why do you have to start trying loads of mad food like squid? You know, you forget Steve, because Steve's a superstar DJ now, isn't he? Superstar DJ. See the word superstar DJ. So, you know, it doesn't get much time to be funny, you know what I mean? But honestly, with a little bit of work, he could, you know, he could be top 10. Could be top 10. Still be above Randy Diddy and Phil, like. Oh, I've just read that. It's me taking the mic. But no way, mate. No way. Oh, brother. Wow. You can't write it, can you? You can't write it, man. We've all seen them mad shows, you know, when they go on holiday, but it's usually in like Magaluf and that, innit? You know, it shows you like some of the in the A&E and the dodgy like fake hospital on the strip in Magaluf. People coming in with their arms hanging off and that. And they say, oh, well, your arm's hanging off. If you want to save your arm, you're going to have to sign that it's 10,000 euros right now. But I think the hospitals where you are, mate, I don't know. I'm imagining they're all right, you know what I mean? I know a family member of mine, right? They're getting on, they're both in the 70s, yeah? But still quite fit, you know what I mean? They go on a lot of holidays. He took bad. Basically, my uncle took bad. And they thought he was having a heart attack. And honestly, turns out he had to spend 2 weeks in a hospital in Tenerife. I think it was Tenerife, and it was all under the insurance, right? Then he had an operation for a stint or something while he was in Tenerife, got a stint in, and then when they were flying him home, when they finally said he was healthy enough, fit enough to fly from Tenerife to England, they flew a doctor out. They flew a doctor out of Tenerife, the insurance company, and he had to be on the plane. His doctor had to be on the plane for him to come home, like to sit with him. All paid for, man. On the insurance. Squid rings. I had some onion rings the other day, I'm not gonna lie. Quite nice. Yeah, it's one of them. When you get an onion ring in a restaurant, yeah, you know, when you get a man was with like this triple burger, like bacon triple burger, with chips and then onion rings, and it was about 6 of them. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It would have been nice in garlic actually, because they weren't greasy. Boss Dog, why don't you do onion rings, Boss Dog? Boss Dog, you're palm all right. I'll never. The reason why people won't accept it, that it's not a real palm all right, even though it is nice, is because it's not a palmo till you've deep fried that chicken, mate. With breadcrumbs, it's got to be deep fried. That's what the palmo is about, yeah. So maybe you could start off with some onion rings or something and like make yourself a nice batter. You know, do a Boss Dog batter. For a bit of what? Brown sauce, is it, Boss Dog? Is that what's our secret ingredient? Was it brown sauce? You know what I mean? You need to create your own batter. That's where you're missing out, man. Yeah. As long as we see something, yeah. You know, when you're the chippy, when they get the fish and they dip it in the batter, they dip it again, they turn the fish over, and then you know when you get that drop, when it drops in the fat, it goes, and it's all like, you know what I mean, red hot fat. That's what people want to see, Boss Dog. I knew that would bring a few of the ghosters out. Like, honestly, I'm not even lying, right? I know I've got a few puffs of that, right? But it's like a week of early shifts, mate. A week of early shifts. My head's all over. My head's in the shed. I'm still sat in my working gear, 8:25. So I've been watching him make palmos, right, for ages, right. He's always looked at palmos, yeah, and even though it's not a palmo, it's the closest thing to a decent palmo, and he's embracing the palmo, yeah. So he's been using this white sauce, right? So you know, white sauce, it's called bechamel sauce, right? Bechamel, we've all heard of bechamel, and there might be 100 palmo shops in Middlesbrough, right? Every one of them wants to get that bechamel sauce, their own recipe, right? Because that is the difference between a decent palmo and like why you just go back to that place is that taste of that sauce. So anyway, I thought Boss Dog was obviously, you know, you never really asked him about what was in his sauce, but it looked white and it looked nice consistency, right? But then it was only a matter of months ago, right? That I just happened to be listening to one of his lives, yeah, like I was not just watching, I was listening to what he was saying. Because normally I don't. But I heard him say Bocelli sauce, nice Bocelli sauce. And I just like says, what did he say there? Bocelli. That's what he said. He thought it was a parsley Bocelli sauce, right? That was his bechamel sauce, Bocelli. So obviously I told him straight away, I said, look, there's no such thing as a Bocelli sauce. And you don't put parsley in the palmo. So there, man, is it big numbers, man? Yeah, hope the little one's all right, mate, and it doesn't try not to let it spoil your holiday, mate. Even though I think if I went on holiday and I broke my wrist, I don't know, is it going to spoil my holiday? Probably. But to be brutally honest, breaking your wrist isn't what you want to be doing at the best of times, but not when you're on holiday. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Lou down there. I think Lou was ghosting, and she thought she heard mouse charger on the panel, but it wasn't. Yeah, that's about 4 in the morning as well. Was he? Oh yeah. You couldn't write this, right? You couldn't write this. So this Big Baz, yeah, you know, Big Bad Baz, Big Baz, right? The what who do stinky bed who's like gets his knob out now, panels, yeah. So you'll never guess who Big Bad, you know, he's got a bad reputation, and he's trying to get it. He's trying to repair it, innit? But I forgot what I was going to say because I was looking at Luke Johnson, it was Fred. It's Nostog. It's Nostog, that bit. Well, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. And he's on holiday. He's on holiday in the Canaries, shall we say. I was making a good point there. What was I making a good point about? It has howler, and I was getting to a point there. Now it's totally gone. You know, when it's one of them where the more you try to think what you're going to say, the further it goes. Heavy that, like. I know none of yous will have been taking any notice anyway, so it's no point asking you. I honestly don't even think Brandy did it. I don't even think Brandy did it. Unless he's got another device, right? And he's just rewinding the live now. Yes, it was Big Baz, yeah, Big Baz, right? So yeah. So the reputation Big Baz has got, yeah, it's shot in it. Guess who he shared? Guess whose channel Big Baz shared today, right? Go and check this, give this guy a sub. Fucking shit pit Steve. Baz is getting groomed by shit pit Steve. You've heard it here. You've heard it here first, right? That is the new bromance, right? And this one is bigger. This one's bigger than Randy, Diddy, and Dapper Dog. They both love Thin Lizzy, Dapper Dog. Look at that. No one's mentioned the Avatar yet. So go on, I'll mention it. I know people don't really take notice of Randy, but he's made an effort tonight with his Avatar there, and he's had it on all night. Fair play. Honestly, nobody else has said anything about it. Big Baz, you know, the one who was laid in bed, supposed to have got his knob out, hadn't he? Well, he did, because I think I was watching it, man. You know me, mate. I don't forget anything. Never forget anything, apart from like what I was just talking about a minute ago. Yeah, so the red big Baz is lays like that, yeah. He's another one. Boss Dog. I'm going to ask Boss Dog this because not everybody loved fighting trolls. Not loved him, but even liked him, yeah. But he was entertaining. But Boss Dog, can you remember a guy, right? Used to go on fighting trolls, not all the time, right? Not even every week. Every month he might just come on randomly, right? And he looked like Gary Pallister. He was the spit dabs of Gary Pallister, right? He used to come on a bed like that. He looked like Gary Pallister, and he used to come on a bed. It was just looked like he was in like I'm thinking he might have been like transgender or something because he was called Rachel somebody. That was the name, Rachel. Remember it, boss? Can you remember, Luke? Rachel. Can't believe I'm reading that massive verse by Phil there. You like Boss Dog writing verses? Wasn't Sean Kersley, no. It's called Rachel. Someone who used to lay on the bed in the like. It was looked like a dodgy boudoir or something. Rachel, was it Cleary or not Clary? Rachel Clary or something. Useless, you, Boss Dog. Absolutely useless, man. If it wasn't for your cooking, you'd be out. No, I really didn't fancy him, right? But for some reason, I was thinking, I always wondered, like, I just had it in my head. Nobody seemed to like say anything that his name was Rachel, and he never used to get any shit in the chat on out. But he was just laid there like a gay, like on a bed with his legs spread out and that. Weird. Sure, I've heard Sean Kersley's name get mentioned late for some reason. What has he done something? Sean Kersley, has he been battered or has he gone? So he was a bit of a nutter, Sean, wasn't he? He used to always come on with no top on, didn't he, in a massive like gold chain or whatever. Remember? Yeah, I'll be so happy like this. 3:30 tomorrow. Week of like early, week of leaving the house at like 6, getting in at like 4, 4:15 for 5 days on the trot. Can't believe what I've got downstairs. Louise, I've got Singapore noodles, a full Singapore noodles, yeah? Boss Dog. Do you know what Singapore noodles are? Singapore noodles, Boss Dog. Spicy vermicelli. Have you had that? That's what I've got downstairs. It hasn't even been opened yet. I've also got to put a full thing of curry as well. Chinese, prop from the Chinese. It's like my favourite Chinese and I haven't touched it yet. Or is that one of your Chinese? Is that one of your Chinese? The Chinese following like Boss? Boss is big. Boss is big internationally. He's always looking at his statistics, you know, on YouTube Studio. And when he's not cooking or chilling or zooting, he's and analysing the stats from his recent lives, you know. And he studies them stats, and then he works out where he needs to, where he can better it, where internationally he hasn't arrived yet. And that's what he does with his spare time when he's not training and eating. Mandarin, that's that thing, isn't it? Mandarin's like a ding 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 ding, isn't it? That's a Mandarin, isn't it? Yeah, they've just been cleaned them. Looks like a howler cleaned them. You know, you can never ever. You know, you can never ever like clean a window properly. Like, you know, you might think you have, yeah. You might have been there for like an hour, you know, but when you go in and you sat watching the telly and the sun catches the window, right, and you see how much you've missed or how many streaks he is when the sun hits it, don't you? I can remember his little story for you, right? So I think I was about 13, right? I had a BMX. And where we lived at the time with my mum and dad, yeah, the front window was huge, right? I'm talking, it was just one pane of glass. It was a huge front window, yeah, double glazed, obviously. And anyway, I was riding my BMX down the front, and I used to just drop it on the floor, right, at the front of the house, right? And anyway, this window was that big that one day I was skidding down the drive on my bike, right? I'd done like a skid. Done a skid, and just, you know, when you just think you're cool and just let go of the handlebars and expect your bike to just drop down. Well, anyway, the handle on the grip, right, the metal bit was showing, went into the window and smashed my mum's front window, right? Oh, mate, never. It's like terror, you know what I mean? It was like a moment of terror. The only thing I can describe it being like is, have you ever like put your head in some railings? You know, just showing off. You put your head through some railings, laughing and that, and then when you've went to pull your head back out, you've realised it's stuck. That moment of terror, yeah. Imagine that. That's what we're talking about. That my mum's massive double glazed window on the whole front of the house has just got a massive crack in it now off my handlebars, yeah. You couldn't write it, because the point I'm getting to, right? I knew there was a point I'm getting to is that this window company, she got done on the insurance in the end, right? Well, it wasn't like a big deal. Like, I didn't get a beating on out like that, right? Wasn't even grounded or anything, I don't think. But my mum thought, oh, I'll get a new window out the insurance. So this company come round, yeah, we'll have that one. Fitted it, right? Took them like half a day to fit this massive window. And now mum's one of these, right? My mother is one of these, right? Who just complains about everything just for the sake of it. Like she'll go on holiday, and even though the room will be nice, she'll be like, just we don't like that room. We want another room. I demand it like that. So she gets this new window in, yeah. She's all like, yeah. She's happy. She's had a look around. She's happy. 2 or 3 days later, she'd been sat in the front room, and the sun's hit this brand new window, right? And all she can see is this round mark like that. You know, off a plunger, it looks like a plunger. Just showing. But the thing is, right, no one else could see it, right? She was saying, look at that there, the sun. I couldn't see it. No one else could see it apart from my mother. And it was that bad that they had to come round and change the window. Seriously, I think it was 3 times to change that window because my mum wasn't happy with it. Because, you know, obviously with double glazing, there's a gap, isn't there? And you think to get no marks, if you've got a mark in there, you can't wipe it off, can you? You know what I mean? You can't wipe it off, can you, boss dog? Do you know what I'm saying? But when she said a plunger, I thought, isn't that how they pick windows up? Like, look, they've got like things with like suckers on, haven't they? I can't believe we've only got 9 likes, like, terrible that. And I had to buy them basically, didn't I? I had to like, things you do for a like, you know what I mean? I remember when like Tunesy used to like put a post up saying 50 likes and I'll go live. It's like, what's that all about? 50 likes and I'll go live. Boston, have you ever said that, Boston? Have you ever produced any community posts like that? Begging for likes? But apparently, right, Randy Diddy, right? I get your point, right? I get your point. But apparently, Video Craig told me when I interviewed him that time, when he interviewed him, when it was when fucking Pablo, remember when Pablo and his mate went in that hotel, turned up, Video Craig was interviewing him or doing a podcast, so they stayed there. I ended up talking to Video Craig for about half an hour while he was sat in Pablo's hotel room. Can't remember. It's weird. But anyway, he told me that a dislike is the same as a like. He said a dislike is just as good for your channel as a like, but right for the algorithm, yeah. But surely you'd rather have a like, wouldn't you, than nothing? Because you don't see a dislike, do you? It's just oh yeah, you can do dislikes, can you? Yeah. I think was it Facebook that stopped doing dislikes. I know someone did. Who's that? Randy Rogers. Randy Rogers. Yeah, if he can't pronounce his R's, does that mean he's Wandy? Is he Wandy then? Motorsports is just doing definitely fall through on one of them, man. It's unbelievable that. You need to go to the doctors with that, like he's got a problem. Oh, here we go. He's off. Shakespeare's off. We'll start writing massive paragraphs now. We watch. I'm not reading them if they're any but longer than like 3 lines. I'm not reading. Yes, Dennis, what's happening? Hey, Dennis. I haven't seen you for fucking ages, mate. But this week, I still won't see you because I'm not starting till 7:30. So even I don't start till 7:30 till 3:30. He's probably listening. Probably ghosting, and then he's like felt the urge to write something in the chat. You know, there's been a few times there's someone else. So Dennis, obviously, this Dennis here is my old work chum. Yeah, this Dennis, not to be mixed up with Focus on Real Life Dennis. You know what I mean? Which I think sometimes Dennis thinks we're on about him when we're saying he can't box, the little pussy hole. I don't know, he never comes in here, does he? Focus on Real Life Dennis. I don't mind him, like, it's cool track. But it gets me when you don't see him for ages, and then he pops up on tunes, just pops up on, like, you know, it's as if, like, it's as if you have to get to a certain number in the chat or stature or big enough story for Dennis to join in. Focus on Real Life Dennis. Oh, yeah, sick, eh? What have you done, like? Dennis was once off work for a month with a torn sock. Have you heard of that? Torn sock. He had a month off. And then I think he had a month off the year before with Twisted Blood. Was it Twisted Blood you had, Dennis? Has he actually said that? Like, it wouldn't surprise me, really. Well, it wouldn't bother us, like, you know what I mean? But it wouldn't surprise us. Yes, Peter Sky, what's happening? It's get up. Peter, what's happening, mate? Respect. Has anyone else been listening to that? What Moto's done? Moto's, seriously, he's like put a hole in the ozone layer, like in wherever he lives tonight. Tell you what, Bluebells, I've put up with that all day, like. I was the first one to crack up, man, what you're on about, and everyone just started copying. Everyone could see I'd had an absolute mental breakdown. Lucky, right, that I've even read that there, because I did see how many words are in it and how long it was. Just thought, I'm not fucking reading that, like, no chance. So just, you want to do yourself in. So what was the reaction on what what was the reaction of Big Baz sharing wanting to be in with Ship at Steve? Couldn't write that, mate. He couldn't write it. Love you long time. Tucky $1. Oh, that was funny, right? Here, this was funny. That just reminded me, right? So that's Jimmy Ting Tong's wife, apparently, yeah. That's his wife or his husband, whatever, right? But that's what Jimmy's waking up to and spending when he's not on YouTube. That's who he's spending his time with, yeah. Now, at a quick glance, right? At a quick glance, it looks like Tony G. Looks like Danny G's lass, right? Tony. You know Tony G. So Tony's Flip Flops, right? The channel Tony's Flip Flops. He's on about doing merchandise and that, right? He's picking a logo out for this merch that Tony's Flip Flops. And he said there'll be a special membership. Someone will win a special membership with loads of merchandise, right? For if they can manage to get a selfie with Tony. If anyone can send him a selfie with Tony G, you know what I mean? It doesn't sound like much, but you tell me how you're going to get a selfie with Tony G. Like, well, Daddy G's like watching or sneak round the house when he's out to play golf and she's not videoing it. And imagine how clever that is, man. I thought that was clever, mate. The headlamps are back as well. Is everybody just putting up with the headlamp? Look, what are you all seeing now? I know it's not much to look at, but you're seeing the Borough logo, aren't you? Pulsating, right? Which, granted, that could be anything, right? Mine just happens to be that because I don't know how to change it, right? But people are watching lives for hours now with 5 headlamps on the screen, right? So you go on one of the big channels, they've got 5 headlamps pulsing away, right? Whoever's live it is has left a comment up, so you can't even see who's on the panel yet. So all you're seeing is 5 white headlamps. Boom, 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 boom. Just voices coming out of them. Everyone in the chat. Everyone in the chat saying, like, everyone in the chat saying, what are they saying? What's everyone in the chat saying? Oh yeah, everyone in the chat saying who's on the panel. Who's on the panel? It just does my nothing, right? But it's happening all the time again now. Like all the time. Like on Jim's there. Julie's has just come on. Whatever she's doing, I've never seen her as a headlamp, to be honest. But the others, don't worse. Absolutely don't worse, like the headlamps flashing. Good time, man. Oh, as if you couldn't get any worse.
Couldn't get any worse. I've jumped on to help you. Are you all right, mate?
Steve's fucking Phil's fault. He said, have a go at that. I swear down, right? It's 9 o'clock.
Shocking. I'm here with a bad mind.
Sorry, I haven't had a shower yet. I've still got my work clothes on. and I haven't had my tea. The Chinese. That's how much these shifts are messing us up.
So you've been and got a Chinese and you just sat there looking at it.
It's downstairs because I come in and I felt sick, right? I felt like, I don't know what it was. But I just felt sick. I needed to lay down. So I come straight in, put the Chinese downstairs, come straight up to bed.
Oh, you
Woke
must
up-
be lovesick because we're not there.
Well, obviously there's
That's
that
what
as
it must
well.
be.
Well, there's that.
Bless you.
That's a big part of it, right? But the other part of it is like I'm absolutely starving now, and I haven't had a shower or anything, and I have
We
to.
eat it.
I'm going to have to, aren't I? Because if I leave it any later, right? If I leave it any later, I get this thing where I'll be up all night. I had
Oh,
indigestion.
yeah, you will. Have you
Yeah.
had your tablet today, like?
Yeah, you know what? Just about an hour ago. But I was proper suffered with heartburn last night, right? Didn't I?
Aye, you
And
were, like.
when was the last time? Like I was like that.
Ages.
Ages ago, I haven't even had to, like, I had heartburn for years and years and years. And I always, like, never went anywhere without a pack of Rennies, did I?
I know. When they were in the car last night, weren't they? Aye, but Singapore noodles is no good at this time of night, like.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm thinking now. They'll still be good tomorrow, though. They'll still be good.
Aye.
I'll have it tomorrow, but I
They
couldn't.
will. We eat
can't
them
eat that
cold,
now.
like.
No, I would be warming them up, like.
No, you might get the shits if you warm them, but
Are you all right, like? Parents?
yeah. Bit knackered now, like.
Are you in for the night now?
Yeah. We beat the bar, got a
Mhm.
pint, like pint of San Miguel, pint of Coke, and we just come in. Breakfast 7 o'clock in the morning, and then pool at 9.
So did you take your window hammer?
Yes, of course I am.
So Louise
Have you told
is
them all?
no.
I've got a phobia of fire, man. Bring a glass hammer in case the windows in the hotel don't open, so we can get out.
Swear down. Swear down. I've seen it. I've seen it. It's about
the
that
Ben
big.
used to have it in a windowsill.
What's good? What's special about it? Is it like titanium or something on the end, or is it just?
It's a proper glass hammer, man. Knocks windows out, doesn't it? Car windows, house windows.
So is it like
Tiny little tool.
Remember, is it like the spark plug? You know where you used to shut it at the bus stop windows, and it used to shatter, didn't it? Spark plug.
Oh, it's got like a metal point on you. Just whack it, man. Just shatters the whole window.
But that's what I mean. But I bet that metal point is like the same stuff as a spark plug or something. You know what I mean? It does something to the glass that just that's it.
Yeah, it's a like good point. You've seen it before, man.
So what are you looking to do there? Knock the whole window out and get out?
Yeah, if there's a fire or something.
So that thing you showed me was only about that big.
Aye, but it's a little metal point.
But for a massive window, you're going to have to be jabbing it for ages, aren't you?
I'll try it on your car window. I'll show you. I'll show you how it works.
So where'd you get that from?
Going out with
It sounds like it's something that you get off the dark web or something.
do you know I got out of a car years ago. I've never ever seen one since.
Oh, you nicked it out of a car, do you?
No, I got it out of a car.
Oh, see, somebody's saying you get them on buses. People pinch them on buses. Here, man, that just looks like
Do you get them on
Tony G.
buses?
Louise, doesn't that look like Tony G at a glance?
A little bit.
That's Jimmy's wife, man. Jimmy Ting Tong's wife.
Bloody hell.
My word. Yeah, Jim Smith's been on, man. Jim Smith like says he only drinks 3 days a week, right? He's been pissed every day this week.
Has he?
He's trying to tell us that he only drinks 3 days a week.
Oh, I only
Yeah,
clicked on there not long ago, seeing you were live, and just thought I'd jump on and give you a hand.
oh well, thanks, as no one else does.
How many's in the chat? I can't see the chat like.
14.
Was there? Have you all smashed
Really?
the likes? I haven't liked yet, like.
Have you what?
I haven't liked yet.
Like what? The Crocs.
Eh? Jesus,
What?
man, you're hard working. I haven't hit the like yet.
What in this one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right then. 12
What do you
likes.
think of them platform Crocs I sent you before?
They're naughty,
Oh,
them.
they're
Like,
hideous, aren't they?
they're naughty, them. Hey, did you
Terrible.
see that? Yeah. Did you see that earlier on, right? So when I was on the Howlerhead about doing impressions and that, when I just did my one and only impression, yeah, you know who it was,
All right. No, I
right?
missed it.
And
I haven't
then I
been
can't
in here for
remember who it
long.
was. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Howlerhead. He said, "Oh," laughed and said, "Oh, that sounds like make you sound like Mouse Charger." I can't remember who it was now. Like, I think it might have been Howler. And but anyway, what was my point going to be there?
I haven't got a clue.
It was a good point as well, you know.
You on about Howler and the impressions?
I was on about Mouse Charger, about something one night. How did I get onto there? I've no idea. No idea, like. But it was something good. It was something
Was
funny.
it?
Yeah. So he's going to get much kip tonight.
I will do. Knackered, like. Knackered. Breakfast, 7 in the morning.
Is there a TV in there?
Yeah. Just
Does it work
haven't.
on it?
I tried it before, but we haven't had on because we haven't really been in.
Does it not rain at all?
Oh, it's beautiful.
Was it?
Red hot. Beautiful. What do you think of the dog's new thingy?
I told you what I thought.
Mint in it.
It looks like something out of like.
Oh, yes, I remember what you said now.
Looks like something
Yeah.
Randy did. He would wear, like, you know, when he goes to one of these swingers nights. Imagine Randy wearing it.
Yeah.
We're talking about a pink leather, like, dog harness in it, one with like buckles on and that. But the way he
Yeah.
sent me a picture of it, and it just looks like something like out of Randy's wardrobe, out of Randy's garage, Randy's dungeon. Oh, have you spoke to your friend? Have you spoke to your mate? Is
Yeah,
everything
she's
all
been
right?
sound.
Oh, has she? Sound.
Yeah, spot on.
I'm quite impressed, I must say. Like, I know I'll say it on here because it's not personal or anything, you know what I mean? And there's only like 11 people there anyway, but I was quite surprised that because Louise, like, her dog, right, is like just like a baby to her, you know what I mean? She probably gets looked after and like pampers her like a baby. And this is like, she's got away like for one night or whatever. And it's the first time we've left the dog, and I'm surprised that you've gone. Like, I was proud. Like,
She's getting well looked after. It's not like I've left her in by herself.
Oh no, but she's gonna miss you. You know that, isn't she?
Wait, when my mate went round before, she got excited at first, and then she just got into bed.
So what?
But she does that, doesn't she? When she's tired, she goes in the bed. She's a lazy bitch.
So what? Oh, she's gonna go mental though when you get home, isn't she?
Oh, aye, she hasn't eaten. She hasn't eaten the food today.
And she? Oh, but no, but she hasn't been anywhere. Oh, she's only been eating one, like.
What?
One
I want one sitting instead of two. But she hasn't eaten now today. Oh,
Even if
she's
she
not
loses a
starved.
few
She can do
pounds.
with losing half a stone. She's
Oh,
tank.
easy. Like I was saying, I've never. I already told you the other day that I seen somebody walking a dog. It's the first dog that I've seen that's looked like even similar to her, and the shape was nothing like it, but all the markings were the same, and like the head.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Isn't it mad how well built a dog is, right? From just giving it what's that food, the food, because she has the same food, doesn't she? And like,
Aye,
just,
but it costs us 50 odd quid a bag.
oh, I
Where
know, yeah, that's what I'm
other
saying.
stuff only costs 15 quid a bag. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like it's better. I think
That's a
everyone
difference.
everyone wants to like get the dog healthy. You know what I mean? And like feeding it
Yeah.
decent stuff. You got to feed it decent stuff. And
Here, I'd
but it
rather
works,
pay the 15 quid a bag.
it works though, doesn't it? Because like
Aye, yeah.
it proper builds the dogs to where they should be in it. Like just from that like dry food, man. It's mad.
Yeah. Aye.
But I think if she did lose a stone even or half a stone, like I think she would change shape really a lot. You know what I mean? Don't you? Because it'd come off the middle of her, wouldn't it?
Yeah. If I lost
you
a
don't know.
stone, I'd change shape a lot.
Miracles, miracles.
Miracles, you watch your mouth, lad.
It's amazing, right? I mean, I'm not just saying Louise, but in general, right? Well, I'm not saying Louise, but in general, like a stone is like a lot in it. It's and every woman says the only that they don't eat, but that's the only way that you put weight on. It's got to go in your mouth. Your body doesn't just.
Every woman
put weight
says
on.
they don't eat. I don't know any women who says they don't eat.
Of course they do. Well, of course they say that. All women say that. You'll never, right, have a woman version of Boss Dog, will you, on YouTube? Would you ever have a woman who would sit and eat like Boss Dog does? Like,
Oh yeah, I can pack some palmos away.
yeah, but on camera, like Boss Dog, right? Like, and people applaud him for it, like for the food he can put away. You'd never have like a woman doing that, would you? On here, look how much food I put away, 4 times a day, massive meals. That's not working, is it?
Well, yeah, I can see your point. Aye, yeah.
But nah, women don't want to be seen to be eating a lot. That's just in general. I think it's not a. Nah, I think it's just. You know what I mean? It's like a private thing for a woman eating, sort of thing.
Is it? I eat in front of you.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm not just saying you all the time, here. I'm just thinking in general, though. I think women don't like eating in front of other people, eating in front of men, especially like people who they don't know. It's like, I hate weddings, don't I? When, you went to a good wedding, though, didn't you, the other day?
On Saturday. Yeah.
So
I got covered in red wine.
She'd only been there 5 minutes. She had a white, what was it, like
White
a waistcoat?
A white jacket on, yeah? Waistcoat.
I was thinking of Randy there. Just got me thinking of Randy with White, you know, like John Travolta. But yeah, she sat down and within how long, 5 minutes or something, her auntie had tipped like red wine, like basically all over her face and all over the top. White top, just
Did
like
I?
you couldn't
Full
write
glass
that.
of
Right?
red.
See, 20 years ago, you were getting filled in there, like 30 years ago, your head was coming off if you did that.
Oh, if it was in a pub, why aye. It was me auntie though, so a little rough, you know.
It's that, right? It's going to sound mad, right? But in this day and age, right, anyone here, if you walked into a pub on a night out, right, you're on a night out, it's your first pub, like as you are now, I mean, right, as like imagine this is happening this week, this happens this weekend, right? So you go out with your mates, you're all dressed up. The first pub you walk into, someone, it wasn't even a full-on accident. It was like being stupid. Someone like another lass tipped a drink all over you. What's happening there?
I go mental. It depends where I was going.
Well, it
I'll
didn't
probably go
matter.
mental, like.
You were so you go mental, aren't you? There's going to be violence, isn't there?
Right.
It's going to be
Depends.
harsh
Depends.
words.
Depends.
It's
Depends
going
if
to be
it's an
harsh words.
accident or malicious.
See, because I'm asking everyone else as well. Like, if they're going to be honest, like Boss Dog said, it's a straight KO. That.
Depends what mood I'm in, really. Know what I mean? Depends what mood I'm in. If they're going to get it or not.
If they'll tip a drink on me anytime, I'm chinning you, simple.
Yeah, my chat keeps sticking, like. It's been doing it for about a week. I can't say what everyone's writing in the chat.
What? There's just out there, or?
Well, there's odd things coming up, but like, if I go off and then go back on, like, there's loads more messages there. It's not just yours. It's like doing it the other day when I was in Flavors chat, and I keep like missing people.
Brutal, that, innit?
Just a bit slow.
Is it like being in one of Boss Dog's chats? Bit slow and that. He was bragging earlier on about how much how many views he's had on his last Palmo video.
He gets a few in sometimes now, doesn't he? I often go in and smash the likes, even when I don't chat.
Yeah, he's. I've told him about. I'd give him it straight tonight about the Palmo. I said, look, he's the only one who's making the effort with a Palmo, but it'll never be a Palmo until he deep fries that chicken, will it? Like, it can't be, can it? That's what it is.
True. True. Well, them ones I get from the butchers, they're not deep fried and they're lush.
Oh, they are lush, yeah, but they can't be classed as a Palmo, can they? Until I said he's got to start doing the shallow fry, you know, or the deep fry. You know, people want to see that, don't they? You know, like the frying the chicken.
Aye.
He could do it. He could do it. He's got all the gear there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, so maybe he'll do that. And remember when he was just using parsley sauce for his?
Oh no, it's not the same without the bechamel sauce.
He was calling it Bocelli sauce, though. Remember?
Yeah. I like hot shots now. Chilies and jalapenos.
Well, that's what I mean. See, you add that's a number of things as well when you start messing about with your Palmo, you know, putting mad stuff on it. But loads of people do it now, man. Them hot shot Palmos, everyone gets them.
Yeah. I like garlic on mine. You have sauce in yours, don't you?
Yeah, garlic.
Red sauce and a Palmo, man.
I do like garlic, and see where, because that's what they reckon. That's what they reckon is the ideal thing with a Palmo garlic sauce. Like, but I don't know. Doesn't go with what a Palmo is, garlic sauce, but it is, that does taste nice though with it, I'll be honest. But that's what
Anything
you have
tastes
all
nice
the
with
time.
garlic on, doesn't it?
I can remember when there wasn't even like garlic sauce like that. No one had heard of garlic sauce. That was when I was about 18 that all the pizza shops started opening and stuff. Seriously, there wasn't a pizza shop in Middlesbrough when I was like at school.
Actually, there never used to be many about. It was all chippies, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's where garlic sauce come out when the pizza shop started opening.
Yeah. We're going deep in conversation about garlic sauce that now, like, aren't we?
Ooh, oh yeah. Yeah, have you seen though, when you go in the shops and that now, there's a whole island of sauces now, isn't there?
Oh man, when I get the baits at work, there's shelves and shelves of different sauce I've never even heard of.
That's what I mean, like, they've just gone crazy with the sauces and that.
Yeah. Are you wanting another drink, like? She's wanting another drink in the bar, so I'm going to have to go.
Yeah, what you having, a pint or half a pint of lager?
Pint of Coke.
San Miguel. Yeah, man.
I'm
Yeah,
on the San Miguel, aye. Quite nice. Cost £9 something for a pint of Coke and a pint of lager.
in the grand scheme of things, you don't get much change for a tenner anywhere now, but you know for a fact that it's like about £1 worth, isn't it? Costing
Shocking, isn't
them
it?
£1 or less, and like you're paying £9 quite happily as well.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? Like, that's what I mean. Like, you know, quickly before you go, right? The worst rip-offs in the world are thingies and they're what they're called when you go in a restaurant and they sell you them the kids' drinks, fruit tubes. Remember them?
Oh yeah, yeah.
How much of a rip-off are there though when you go out? Like the pub tries to charge you like £3 for one.
Aye. Them J2Os too.
Yeah.
They're nearly the same price as a bottle of wood, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mental.
Better off with just a limo out the tap in it.
Yeah.
Go to
Crazy
Wetherspoon.
behaviour.
Crazy behaviour. So crazy behaviour.
Right,
Right,
anyway,
get yourself the bar. I'll
smash the
be.
likes.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
catch you
I won't.
later.
Yeah, I won't be on for too long either, but a little bit longer anyway.
Right, okay then.
All right, I'll
Bye.
speak in a bit. Bye
Right, bye.
now. Oh, my middle finger. There you go. I think that is the second time Louise has been on a panel this week. She's now officially a panel hooer. She was on Flavours. She was on Flavor. Oh, that was only a joke, by the way. I wasn't being nasty there to you, man. Yeah, she was on Flavours the other day. Jumped on Flavours. You know what I mean? She'll be doing her own lives and that next. Oh, mate. What? They're probably the worst ones, aren't they? You know what I mean? Well, they are the worst ones. They're the worst for you. They're full of sugar. But for some reason, the marketing and the way they make the bottles dead bright, don't they? And a nice shape and a nice. They don't even taste nice. But you just pay for them, don't you? And you. Was it a joke? Was I telling a joke? I forgot now, mate. Yeah, boy. Film night. Every night's a film night for you, mate. You're on the sick. I hope that torn sock gets better, mate. Oh, yeah. Slim. I clicked on it the other day, mate. I clicked on the link, right? The one you sent with me and Jim. I clicked on it and it said, took me to the site, took me to the Fantasy League site, where it said no longer, it was too late for an entry, no longer available or something. Is it only, or do they only last a week, or the head-to-heads? That's what it is, isn't it? Just match you up with somebody else. Swear down, mate, I did click it, right, and it said no longer available, you know, as if like I'd missed a deadline. Because it might have been like the next day that I've clicked on it. Yeah, but if I'm thinking there, maybe if I can join this week, what now? I thought I'd like missed a deadline or something, but I will then. Anyone will want to be matched up against me because I'm having a nightmare. Louise is beating me, mate. That's how brutal it is. But it's no surprise that like Leo's well known for being good at the fantasy leagues, and he's doing it again, isn't he? Like romping away with it. This is what I was saying the other week about there's definitely a way of winning them. There's a secret code of winning them fantasy leagues. I said it before. I'm pretty sure that the bloke has won the Sun Dream Team one a few times. So how do you win it a few times, like a few different years, or he's been in the top 3? Like, how do you explain that, Slim? How do you explain somebody, right, out of all the entries into the Sun, he wins, but then he wins it again, beats another like 10 million people or whatever, and wins, picking the best team. Like, how that's like winning the lottery twice, basically. But he's obviously good at it. That's what I mean. This type of thing where them people are doing it. It's more than a hobby for them. They've worked out a strategy, you know what I mean? And they must do. That's the only. And Leo is obviously knows the way it works. He's got some. Because there will be a few. There's always a few like little gems, isn't there? You know, like for a few million, that you would never ever pick in the team because you don't know who they are. Never heard of them, but they play every week and just get you loads of points. Like, that's what I'm talking about. I am going to probably have a nice shower and then watch a little bit of Jim Smith, but I'm going to leave my Chinese. It's too late for me to eat Chinese, I'm not going to lie. Has he used a wild card as well already? What's that mean, GW? Goal. See, I haven't used one of them, Louisa's. This is what I was saying, though, Slim, about simplicity of it, you know. You pick a team at the start of the season. I know a squad, there's a squad, yeah. You get a squad at a football club. But like in a game like this, I think you should have to have the team that you picked. This is what I do anyway, like if it was my rules, like in paper or whatever. And you have to stick with that team for a month, at least a month. And then you got to make a couple of changes, like 2 for free. I think you'd get a better. Well, you would, but obviously Leo's want to show his skills off, and his management skills, and he. Ostog, mate, I'll be up all night, swear down. You know, like I said, that I always had indigestion for years and years and years. Like no matter what Rennies I've had over my life, it would fill this room up, right? And the money I've spent on them. And then I've been to the doctors now, can't do anything, can't you have to just, if Rennie's get rid of it, you have to just keep having Rennie's. I was like, believe it. Then this one day, my mum gave me this little tablet, one a day, Lanzaprazole, right? They're not for indigestion, they're for people who take a lot of tablets, lines, it stops all the tablets that they're having to take for other things. It stops them damaging the inside. That's what it's for, but it's also gets rid of indigestion, stops indigestion. But it's not marketed for that. So that's why the doctor would never gives it, right? But my mum's got them, mate, them little tablets, like they proper changed my life. Like overnight, I stopped on Rennies, didn't have to worry about, I've got some Rennies on this. Fuck's sake, imagine that. Anyway, Boston, it was about 5 years, long, about 10 years ago. I'd always had indigestion anyway, right? But this one night, I was laid in bed, and I just remember jumping up out of bed, right? First thing I did was swallow. I had the urge to swallow, right? As soon as I swallowed, I couldn't breathe. I was choking, couldn't get a breath. Like, never happened to me before. Middle of the night, can't breathe, thinking I'm dying, right? Absolutely gasping for breath. It was like in the bathroom, gasping for breath, like over the sink. And then it started to come back and I started getting there. And I was like, man, I thought I didn't know what it was. But anyway, it turns out when I eat late, if I eat and go to bed, mate, I'm up at one of them choky things like that, like 100%. If I had that Chinese now, although I would love it. But because I've been working these shifts as well, been taking that Lanzaprazole tablet, what you're supposed to take in the morning, been taking it like fucking hell on the night. And yeah, got I had indigestion all night last night, mate. Brutal. PP on. That PP on a panel. I haven't seen him on a panel for like 2 hours. He's off his nut, any PP, like he's off his nut, man. Oh, I think Jim's ended it. Something happened. You've been palm bombed or something. He just ended that live there. You watch, we get the stragglers coming over here now saying, all right, Moon, how are you doing? There'll be JMU, will be straight in. You all right, Moon? Old Marmite Ed. Marmite Fringe. Bovril Neck, who else will be in? All of them, all the retrobates you watch. So that's why I can't eat my favourite Chinese, like right now. Right. So the next thing that's playing on my YouTube, right? It's gone from Jim Smith's live. And you know when if you leave it, it finishes, then it says playing in 10 seconds, wherever it is that's there. So I've gone from Jim Smith's live to BKFC, like BKFC 50 or something with two women fighting. that's like recommended, isn't it? That could be absolutely anything, couldn't it? It's gone off lightly, like Randy tonight. It's got off very, very lightly. Especially with that avatar, right? and even though he's taking it on the chin like Phil, you know, in other chats, he is still answering like when he called him Diddy, you know, Randy Diddy. So I think we should keep that up for a bit longer. We've definitely got away with that 5-0 thing all night. You know what I'm saying? You know where I'm coming from. Now someone else must be live, man, because it's actually gone down in here now. There's only 5 of us now. Now I've got 3 devices running, so it's me, Phil, and Randy. So what is this like? This Big Baz like? Is he like what's his channel? Who could we compare his channel to? Because you know what, he's got 111 people. 111 people in, but have you seen the people on his panel who were like the stars of his show? Ralph, like Ralph had his own. Remember when he came on here and he pretended he had Tourette's, but I actually did think he had Tourette's, but he was just messing about there. But he spent the last few weeks just telling everyone how he isn't a knob. I'm not a knob. I'm not some divvy, right? And if you see me, I actually heard him saying today on the panel, he knows his voice lets him down. He said, I know I sound like a total knob and my voice does let me down. He said, but if you seen us, you wouldn't put that voice to him, you know what I mean? Well, that's his. Jim Smith jumped on now, so I thought Jim did like Big Baz. I thought Jim had a bit of chew with Big Baz, didn't he? Well, we got that wrong. I might have got that wrong. I'm sure I've heard him. That Big Baz was arguing with the general, I think it was today. Or it might have been like a recording or something. Swear down like a redo, like give this 5 minutes. 5 minutes and I'll let you all go. Because I'll probably watch this for a bit now, but do need to get sorted, man, I'm not gonna lie. So glad it's Friday tomorrow though. You know what, I'll probably get like I will probably get a full-on copyright strike. I just know it because because I played that Sleeping Giant song, but it's just got to be played like. Playing. There's the sound on. Why is the sound not working on that? It's absolutely nuts. But this is my new play out song. While I say a big thanks to everyone, Phyllis, Randy Diddy, Randy, he ain't heavy. He's a one day. Boss dog, Slim Reaper there. Dennis in the house. Clip Brook in the house. Pick up the members. Big Mick Johnson. Jimmy No Teeth Ting. Lou Don. The locomotion. It's a biggie, I think. Sunderland next week. Sunderland will probably beat us, eh? Through the ringer. Through the ringer.